Islam and Christianity today. Okay. What do you foresee happening? We know the way they're going right now, 20, 30 years in America. They're going to be growing. You're seeing Mamdani in New York, who is a radical leftist. You can call him a progressive socialist, democratic socialist. But when you use certain phrases, we know out of Karl Marx, seize the means of production and capital. That's, you've seen Red Atlas Shrugged or you've read Communist Manifesto. I've read both of the books. He's a communist. And you're seeing what's happening with him. Ilhan Omar, you're seeing Detroit, Dearborn, you're seeing in your area, Colleyville, not Colleyville, but Plano, where they're building the Epic Center that, the governor is trying to work ahead. Our system and our Constitution has left it open for them to be able to come and infiltrate if they want to. There's nothing about our Constitution that doesn't allow them to not be able to compete. And they're not going to slow down until they get what they want. That's a form of competitiveness. If I believe in what I believe in, I'm going to come and take your market share, your members, your churches. I'm going to take, churches that you guys have converted into Muslims. How do you fight against that? And what do you foresee taking place in the future with this?
If things stay the same, we lose. I think that's obvious. Just look at the demographics. Just look at the curves. You can go on Grok or ChatGPT and say, Grok, draw for me a graph of the population rates and pick a country, and it'll draw it out, and you can see which year. That is going to happen, and we need to have a real come to Jesus meeting. Literally. It's about interior conversion, but it's also about the external expression. And when you have abortion, contraception, you have feminism. America, sadly, is, I think, last I saw, is either 1.6 or 1.7 TFR birth rate. That's horrible. We were holding strong for many years at 2.1, which is replacement.
That's right.
But, people, they get on X, they get on social media, and they're complaining and the immigration, and I generally agree with them. But if we are not reproducing ourselves through conversions, but even just in the most basic way, which is through procreation, we are done for. We are done. I'm a cattle rancher. Yesterday I was out, had a calf born, and was working with the cattle. If my cows had a 1.6 TFR birth rate, I'd be out of business. I'd be depressed. What's wrong with the cows? What's in the water?
Right.
What are they eating? Are they poisoned? Are coyotes killing them? What's going on?
Yeah.
Why are we at 1.6 per cow? You're out of business in 1 year. And yet we as a society are sitting here twiddling our thumbs, 1.6, and it's going down. And I think Muslims, I don't know what the recent is, but I think Muslims are around 3. It's not great, but it's definitely above replacement. Just run those numbers. Run that concept. You're done. You're going to lose. You're going to be replaced. And so it's a chapter in the book in having a real conversation of what is marriage? What is family? Why do we have children? What is the purpose of matrimony? How do we raise our children? And are we truly open to being above replacement levels? That's a conversation. I don't think the Overton window has moved that far yet, but we need to get the Overton window moved. I mean, that's part of the reason why it's one of the chapters in the book is we need to have real conversations. Thank God you have 4. You're doing great. I got 8. We need people to start thinking about what is our duty to our patria. That's Latin, our fatherland. That's why I use patriot. Patriot is a virtue of devotion to the patria, and patria is Latin for fatherland. It has to do with honor your father and mother. What is your duty to humanity? Duty to God is first. Duty to humanity is, and all these young people, they don't want to get married, and there's a lot of good reasons for that, the way marriage laws and divorce and the way our economy is. There's a lot of reasons why young people aren't having marriages, family, children. We need to address that. But we really do need to have that discussion, or we're just done. It's over. It's extinction.
Yeah, I don't think, I think right now, the way marriage, the package and the benefits of marriage is being sold, most people don't know how to sell it. The way the packaging of having kids being sold, most people don't know how to sell it. Years ago, real estate was going through a terrible time where people weren't buying homes. They were renting, and everybody became minimalist. And they're like, why would I buy a house? I'm just going to rent a house. And then they hired this marketing guy that came in, and he says, look, Why do people come to America? Because the American dream. We got to tie owning a home to the American dream. So every commercial moving forward was, I'm living the American dream. What is the American dream? I'm finally a homeowner. Boom. Home ownership, American dream. Do you want to live the American dream? Babe, let's go buy a house. We're living the American dream. Real estate skyrocketed again. And I know this is next one is a bad example. It used to be pro-death. It wasn't pro-choice. Pro-abortion. Life insurance used to be called death insurance, right? Pro-choice used to be called pro-abortion, elimination, pro-elimination. Now it's pro-choice. Better word. I'm open to pro-choice. I'm not open to pro-abortion,
Right.
but I'm open to pro-choice.
Hey, I'm
I really enjoyed this conversation, even though they deviated from the main topic. Why is it that the churches are turning to mosque? And I love the point the man make, not the host, the person the host interviewed. He made mention of something that is purpose of life is the way we live our life. It has to start from us. If things are going wrong in the society, then it is our fault. And I think social media has an impact to what is going on because, and again, we need to be careful of what we see on social media. Like you said that in America so many things are wrong, not only religious aspects, even the way of life. There's transgenderism, people turning to all sort of things, that are not supposed to be done, lesbianism and the rest, in which it feels that it has to start with us. So it's the purpose of, like, why are we here? Why we are supposed to impact to our society positively. So if Muslims are taking over, it's because they are impacting to the society positively and they know what they are doing. They are serving their God with the whole of their heart. Christians, some Christians do eye service. Oh, just notice me, notice me. No, do things because you want God to be pleased, not because you want people to be pleased. And when people are not pleased or there's no benefit, then you are not involved in such thing. No, it is very, very wrong. And I believe in such thing. So, like the man said, I feel the reason why Muslims are taking over, Muslims are really taking over, is because Christians do not value what they have, or they misuse what they have. We mostly misuse what we have, and we take things for granted. Just imagine some Christians, do some things, not chalat attitude. So if churches, and I'm sure most of the reason why churches are turning to mosques, maybe some members are not going to church, they are not devoted, and Muslims are very devoted to their religion. You see them go to mosques every day to pray, every day. Or if they don't go to mosque every day, you pray 5 times daily anywhere you find yourself. But Christians, we take things for granted. So I think that's the reason why, not only in America, I think almost everywhere, mosques are taking over. Churches are, we have some good churches out there that are very, very strong and powerful. That people, but what I noticed that Christianity love a place where they will see signs and wonders, they will see miracles, they will see power. They don't know that it's beyond that. When you go to a place that you can hear the word of God, there's good teaching there, you can pray, and go there. You don't have to always be in search of church that will give you signs and wonders. No, you see how Muslims do their thing. They pray. They don't move from one mountain to the other to be looking for power, to be looking for signs and wonders, or all kind, or things like that. So I just like how they discuss about this issue, marriages, see how a lot of things are so wrong
Well,
in the
that's my
society.
take on
Let's forget
this
about
particular
religion. Like, if we
issue.
leave religion aside, a lot of
I'm
things are
I know
really
I just
going
wanted
on
to
wrong
point one or
in our
two
society when it
things.
comes
As
to
a
marriages,
Christian,
when
we
it
need to
comes to
tell ourselves the
lifestyle,
truth. It's really
treating
sad.
people.
It's very hard for you to, the truth is bitter. Sometimes I don't want to say some things, but I feel like we need to check ourselves. So we need to check ourselves. If Muslims are doing some things rightly and we are angry that these are happening, then why are we angry? We should try and check ourselves. If they are doing things rightly, they're serving God well, and all manner of things, we should check ourselves well. Well, let me know your point of view, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.